Hi everyone. So last week I covered student loans in a very brief video. I had some friends and family who was extremely interested in knowing more about it. So I decided to do a few more videos on the topic. Student loans is the only type of loan you can still get in the United States with almost no consequences, no credit checks, no credit needed. Think about it for a second. If you were to go buy a car, you would get your credit checked. You would possibly need a down payment, and your interest rates would be extremely high depending on the car you buy. If you decided you wanted to buy a house, you would have to go through income verifications, need at least 3.5% down payment, the bank lending you the remaining 96.5%, or however much you left you didn't down would want to appraise the house, then inspect it in case you defaulted. That way they could at least sell it to someone else and make most, if not all, of their money back. All of that, not including closing costs, title paperwork, credit checks, and let's just say it's a long, drawn-out process that costs at least $15,000 to $20,000 upfront. Now, why is it that for student loans I can be 18, straight out of high school, come from a low-income family, and yet I could take out $57,500 for an undergraduate degree or $138,500 for a graduate degree with almost no questions asked as of 2019? To me, it seems like one of the worst investments you can make. Not because education is bad, but because a diploma degree, whatever you like to call it, can't be resold like a car and a house, so you can at least recuperate some of that money back. And what if things don't go right, like you run out of funds because the college you're attending costs more than $15,000 a year? Or say you fail a couple classes, making your GPA fall below the school's average, and now you're on academic probation. It's an even worse investment for the government because they are hoping you, the borrower, makes really wise decisions. And if you, the borrower, doesn't, they won't get their money they lended you to you back. That's the $1.5 trillion worth of student loan debt, with more than 11.5% of that being at least 90 days delinquent, not including 30% or so on forbearances, deferments, and income-driven repayment plans, making little to no effort on paying their loans back. Student loans, which were supposed to help students achieve higher education so they can finally get that promotion or get into that career they really enjoyed, has recently been a nightmare. I'm pretty sure we have all experienced or now know a few people who have experienced running out of government funding and had to take out private loans. Others who owe $50,000 on a degree and can't find a job that will pay them even $40,000 annually. Students who graduate and have to live with family for another 10 years so they can start paying off their loans. It's happening every single day, and being a student loan debt collector for a few years, I may have heard of every story in the book. It's terrible to owe so much money, $50,000 plus, and not have anything to show for it. Even if you did get your diploma, it doesn't help if you can't make ends meet. So it brings more stress than it does joy. One day of happiness, graduation day, isn't worth 10 years of heartache and student loan payments. So how can we start addressing student loan issues? First, I recommend students get educated and pick careers that pay enough to make a living and pay back their loans. If you take out $50,000 to attain your degree, please pick a career that pays you at least that much annually, because you will have to start paying back $500 to $650 monthly for 10 years after you finish school. Secondly, I want the government to really hone in on schools that are not doing the students justice by offering and selling students on degrees that barely pay or where there is little to no market for that type of degree. Thirdly, students need to pick schools they can afford. I see too many people going to expensive private schools because their friends do. Everyone's situation is different, but if you or someone you know do plan to attend a private institution, I would recommend knowing how much your total expenses would be. Because like stated above, the government will only lend you $57,500. If you can't finish school under that amount, you will need to take out private loans on top of your government loans, adding more stress to your already stressful life. Lastly, Students need to get educated and look at other alternatives before student loans. Depending on your situation, I've seen some students go to school on a full ride scholarship, government Pell Grants that can cover almost 100% of a community college's tuition if you come from a low income family. Apps like Scully, where you create a profile of your current life situation and be able to apply to thousands of scholarships at the click of a few buttons, all of which you should consider prior to even thinking about taking a government loan or private loan. If you like more videos like this, leave a comment on what you wish you knew. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.